Dorset Police Fraud Awareness Training for Drivers. Hello and welcome to this fraud awareness training for drivers. Whether you drive a taxi, minibus or other vehicle, your role is vital in protecting vulnerable passengers, especially school children, elderly people and those with special needs. Today, we'll focus on how criminals use drivers as part of courier fraud, how to spot the warning signs and what to do if you suspect a crime has taken place. This session includes a short video, so let's get started. Protecting vulnerable passengers from courier fraud. Fraud is 41% of all reported crime, and on average, Dorset loses 18.7 million to fraud a year. On top of that, 80% of people do not report fraud as they may feel stupid or gullible. The criminals use social engineering tactics, instilling fear into vulnerable people, and your actions can help protect these people. What is courier fraud? Courier fraud is when criminals trick people, often the elderly or vulnerable, into handing over money, valuables or bank cards. They may pretend to be police officers, bank staff or even family members. Often a taxi or private hire driver is asked to collect a packet from a victim's home. Unknowingly, it contains cash, cars or high valuable goods. Alternatively, the taxi may be booked to take a vulnerable person to a bank, jeweller or shop to withdraw money or buy expensive items. You may not realise you are part of a scam until it's too late. Typical courier fraud scenarios. Here are two common scenarios. A suspect gets into a taxi from a train station, travels to a victim's home, collects the parcel containing either cash or goods and then returns to the station. The second scenario, an elderly person asks for a taxi to a bank, jeweller or shop and withdraws a large sum of money or buys gift cards and then returns home. In both cases, the criminal relies on the driver not noticing anything unusual. Warning signs of unusual bookings. Be alert to bookings made at the last minute, especially from train stations to private homes. Someone else booking or paying for the ride, not the actual passenger. Requests to collect parcels or packets from a home. Long distance journeys and bookings to banks, jewellers and money services. Warning signs, passenger behaviour. What to watch out for. Passengers who seem anxious, confused or under pressure. Elderly or vulnerable people talking about needing to withdraw their money, buy expensive items or purchase lots of gift cards. Passengers mentioning instructions from someone on the phone, especially the police, bank staff or family emergencies. Victims may be on the phone the whole time, getting instructions from the criminal, and the victim may not be engaging properly with the call. Entering a victim's home. If you are asked to enter a passenger's home to collect something, be extra cautious. Look for signs of distress or confusion. If you feel something isn't right, do not confront anyone. Report your concerns as soon as possible. Now please watch the short 3.5-minute video on the next slide. It will show you what to look out for when entering a potential victim's home. It will play after a short 16-second pause. Should you have any issues, you can visit the website below.
Fraud is happening everywhere, and elderly people are the most targeted. The next time you visit an elderly person, please think they could be a victim of fraud.
Hello, love. I was doing some work in the area and I noticed your roof.
Those tiles didn't last long. I only had them replaced last year. Hello?
Have you been missold PPI?
Hello? Hello?
I'm calling from the Metropolitan Police. There's been some suspicious activity on your account. You need to check some details.
Oh. Yes, I know my PIN number. It's the year I was born, 1929. This is not going to taste very nice now. It looks cold.
Could they be vulnerable to a rogue tradesperson? Are they receiving a high volume of text messages and calls? Are they being plagued by scam mail? Are they buying fake medicines or other products? Are they receiving lots of unsolicited emails? Are they sharing personal information with fraudsters? Are fraudsters asking them to transfer money directly? The signs can be subtle, but if you suspect someone is being targeted by fraudsters, we need you to speak to the police.
What to do if you suspect fraud. If you think a scam might be happening, stay calm and professional. Ask gentle questions like, is someone asking you to do this? Or is everything okay? If collecting from a home, observe the situation carefully. Contact your dispatcher or the police if you have concerns. Using the code word. If you believe a courier fraud crime is happening and you need urgent police help, call 999 and use the special code word Blue Mountain. This code word lets the police know you are a driver reporting a suspected fraud in progress. Only use the code word in genuine emergencies. Make a note of the time and date, pick up and drop off addresses, passenger descriptions, any unusual behaviour or requests. Your quick action could help save someone from losing their life savings. Reporting and next steps. For non-emergencies, call 101 and report your concerns. Also, alert your company so that they can make other drivers aware. Make a note of time and date, pick up and drop off addresses, passenger descriptions, any unusual behaviour or request. You can also report on the Dorset Police website, or you can report anonymously using Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. Key messages. Remember, trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, act. Never ignore signs of distress or confusion. And no real police or bank staff will ever ask for cash, valuables, cards, mobile phones or pins to be handed over to a stranger. Your vigilance can protect vulnerable people from devastating loss. Protecting yourself, your families and friends. The next section is fraud protect advice for yourself, your family and your friends. With scams becoming more and more sophisticated, many people are finding that their passwords have been compromised as part of widespread data breaches. GetSafe Online is a valuable source of unbiased, factual and easy to understand information about online safety. First, it is extremely important that you create strong passwords. Your password acts as the primary barrier to your digital accounts. Weak passwords are easily compromised by cybercriminals who used automated tools to guess common combinations. So avoid using personal data such as pet names and birth dates and anything that you've posted on the internet. Instead, use 3 random words. So for example, dog, candle, plant. Then enhance the security by using capital letters. Then add a couple of numbers and some special characters. Use your browser's built-in password manager to store passwords and ensure your email account has a unique password. Set up two-step verification. Two-step verification adds an essential security layer beyond passwords alone. Even if criminals obtain your password, they cannot access accounts protected by this additional verification step. Activate two-step verification on all accounts containing sensitive information, particularly your email, banking and social media platforms. The second factor typically involves a code sent via text message or generated by an authentication app on your smartphone. Save your passwords and use a password manager. Visit GetSafe online to find out about unbiased password managers that are free. Back up your data and update your devices. Protecting your important files requires creating secure copies stored separately from your primary devices. Establish a routine backup schedule using external storage devices, cloud services, or both. Configure automatic backup settings on mobile devices to protect contacts, photos, and app data without manual intervention. Install security updates. Security vulnerabilities in software create opportunities for cybercriminals to exploit your systems. Software developers regularly release updates and patches specifically to address these security flaws. Enable automatic updates on your devices wherever possible and install security patches promptly when notified. This applies to operating systems, applications, web browsers, and any other software you use regularly. Delaying updates leaves your systems exposed to known threats. If you have been a victim of fraud, and even if you haven't lost any money, please report to Action Fraud on their website or call 0300 123 2040. Thank you for taking part in this programme. Please scan this QR code for a short 1-minute survey to complete the training. If you have any questions specifically about this training, please contact the email address below. Stay alert, stay safe, and thank you for helping to protect our community.